In these problems, we are given some information about things like the derivative of a function or the value of a function at a certain point, and we have to figure out what the function is. To do this, we're going to use our knowledge of antiderivatives or integrals, and all of this information up here is going to come into play. Let's look at this first one. It says f prime of x, so the derivative of x is 3x to the negative 1/2, and that f of 9 is 7. So when you plug 9 into the original function, you get a 7 out. So if we want to find the function, and this is the derivative, the first thing to do is take the antiderivative or the integral. So let's go ahead and do that. Remember, we raise the power here by 1, so this would be x to the positive 1/2. And then we multiply by the reciprocal, so this 3 is going to be multiplied by 2. So we have 6x to the 1/2, but remember, we have to add in that big C because any constant could be added there. And that's where this information is going to come in handy. This is our function, f of x. If we want to find out what that constant C is, all we have to do is plug in 9 for x and set the function equal to 7, then we can solve for C. So let's set the function equal to 7, and we'll plug in 9 for x. So this is 9 to the 1/2 power plus C. Of course, 9 to the 1/2 power, that's the square root of 9, that's 3. So this is 7 equals 18 plus C. We'll subtract 18 from both sides, and we should get C equals negative 11, which means that our function now is 6x to the 1/2, or you could have written that square root of x, minus 11. All right, let's look at one more. This one's a little bit trickier. Here we're supposed to find the function that has the second derivative, f double prime of x equals negative 10, and that the derivative of the function, if you put in 6, you get out a negative 69, and in the original function, if you put in a negative 2, you get out a 2. So there are a few steps to go through here. First of all, we want to find, we've got the second derivative of the function, we need to kind of go up the ladder. So we need to find the first derivative of the function and then the function itself. So we can find the first derivative by taking the integral or the antiderivative of the second derivative. So we're going to increase the power of x by 1 here, so this becomes negative 10x and plus big C for a constant. Now to find our constant, we're going to use this information here. This information says that when you plug in 6 in the derivative, which is this function here, you get out a negative 69. So we'll set the function equal to negative 69. We'll plug in a 6 for x, and we'll have our big C there. So this is negative 60, so it's going to be a negative 9 for C. So C equals negative 9. So now we've got our derivative function. So f prime of x equals negative 10x minus 9. Now we can find our function by taking the antiderivative of this. So let's go ahead and do that. So f of x equals, and we'll increase the power by 1, so x squared, and then we multiply by the reciprocal, so this would be 1/2 times a negative 10. So I'm going to write that as negative 5. And then we'll increase the power of x here by 1, so this negative 9 becomes negative 9x. And then of course we have our constant. And now we'll use this information to find our constant. And this says that if you put in negative 2 for x, the function equals 2. So we'll set the function equal to 2. And we've got negative 5 times negative 2 squared minus 9 times negative 2 plus c. And let's see, so this is a negative 5 times 4. It's negative 20. And this is a positive 18 plus c. So this comes out to a negative 2. We add 2 to both sides. So c equals 4. And I've run out of room here, but our function then, here's our function, and our constant is 4. So f of x equals negative 5x squared minus 9x plus 4. So that's a little bit of work in finding functions when you're given some information about the derivative or the second derivative and some values of the function. My name is Larry. I'm a teacher at EdVisions Off Campus. It's an online project-based school in Minnesota. If you're interested, you can check us out on the web at lovethischool.org. Thanks.